Morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying a lot of great holiday cheer. Today, I want to talk about reading between the lines, what people say, what people hear, and what I hear. I've heard folks say they don't like bullies, and I've heard those same folks say, this person's cool with me because they've always treated me right. They've always been respectful to me. And what I see is that most people take that as, oh, this dude's cool. He's a loyal person to people that are good to him. And that seems to be the overwhelming interpretation. Here's my interpretation. I see someone who is selfish and someone who lies. And they lie to create an impression in their audience of who they are. See, critical thinking doesn't mean overthinking things. Critical thinking means that you take all your life experiences, everything you've learned, and you incorporate that into your decisions. And the more you practice it, it just becomes second nature. Every decision you make is formulated on your entire life experience. Now, me personally, I've had very influential people. Locally, they're gods. They can make people's careers or not. I've seen them actually introduce a little nobody who is now on the city council. That was the influence they had. And they had it over agencies and folks that I work with. And they were trying to help me. They liked my rhetoric. They liked my work. They liked my ability to connect with people. And I had a whole bunch of them supporting me. And if my model was, they're good to me, so I'm going to be good to them, I'd probably be in a place that is enviable to most. I would be in a position of high status. I would be going places and people are there to see me. I've already been in that position and I'm not anymore, and that's what I'm getting to. And the reason I'm not there is because despite how good all these people were to me, I saw how they were to the greater community that I come from. I saw systemic racism that disfavored immigrant communities like the one I started in favor of wealthier communities. I saw a loyalty to raza, but it was a loyalty to the elite raza that they belonged to. It wasn't a loyalty to the people in the barrios. And I thought, it doesn't matter how good they are to me. That's wrong. I am not from the political class. I come from the immigrant class. My mom spoke broken English. And so it wasn't enough that they were good to me when they were bad to people that I identify with. So when people say, hey, they were good to me, they treated me right, so we're good, most people see someone loyal. I see someone who's selfish. And if they've said they don't like bullies and say this as well, then I also see a liar. I see someone who says one thing when it's convenient and does something else when it's convenient. That is me reading between the lines. That is me looking beyond what you're saying to your actions to see who you really are. A lot of folks think I might not um, be loyal because of that. But the thing is, I'm not loyal to men. I'm loyal to eternity, to a cause of justice. And that means that I don't have the luxury of saying he was good to me, so I'm cool with him. I'm sure a lot of you might have seen people who bullied everyone but you because they couldn't bully you. If you only care about yourself, you might say, he's not a bully. He's never bullied me, ignoring the suffering they caused a lot of other people. That's something I don't do. And it's cost me. I've paid a price for it. Like I said, I probably could be, at a bare minimum, in a new Audi e-tron if I would have listened to the worldly view of they're good to me, so I'm good to them. Nah, you got to be good to the world for me to even consider letting you into my world. You know, I value myself, I value my time, and I'm very selective about who I want to be around. And I don't want to be around people who are just good to me but not good to others. I want to be around people who are good to everyone. And so again, learn to read between the lines. As mentioned with this example, most people hear, he's good to me, so we're cool. As, oh, that's righteous. I hear selfishness based on my life experiences and what I've been through, the opportunities I could have had if I would have embraced that model. It wasn't good enough for me. I've been somewhere where elite politicians were up on a stage talking about equity and justice. And when they were done, you know what they did? They made a beeline for me. They got off that stage and came straight to me. What'd you think? You really know what I would think? Yeah, what'd you think? Looking for kudos from me, this guy who's like a god. I said, I think you were saying a lot of stuff up there that doesn't jive with what I've seen from you. Why did you neglect this neighborhood we're in, which is like the poorest, most monolingual Mexican neighborhood, and you're up there talking about helping the raza? But I know what you did. And I was met with anger and a political response. Never talked to them again. And they were trying to help my career. They could have helped my career. So my critical thinking skills, when I hear something like that, tells me, yeah, that person is selfish. You don't want them in your life. That's me reading between the lines, and that's a lesson in reading between the lines. I'll make it simpler. If someone calls you a Mexican American, they describe your ethnicity. Someone calls you a brown man, they might describe your skin color or race. But if they call you a beaner or a wetback, they're not saying anything about you. They're saying something about who they are. And that's what you got to try to develop. Listening to what people say and what they're unconsciously revealing about themselves. See, I think I have this gift that I can see through people. And it might just be simple critical thinking, that I look at my life experiences, what I've done in the similar situation, and what I got from that, the lesson I learned from that. I don't want to ramble on, so I'll just leave it at that. Today's video the purpose was to tell you, to encourage you to read between the lines. Don't take things at face value because they're said with a smile, jovially. Politicians do it all day. Heck, there's even a verse in the Bible where people come to Jesus and say, we praised you. We said your name. We glorified you. And Jesus says, get away from me. I never knew you. Because those were words. They were in actions. See? Be careful who you let in your life. Some people are selfish. They're in your life because of what they can get from you, not what they can do for you. And not because you can do something for them, but because they just do for others. So, much love. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.